and welcome to a confession. I have to tell everybody here today. I've committed a crime, truly the most capital of crimes. I read a book. I know that's a lot to handle, but it actually gets worse. Um, Not only did I read a book, I read a Star Wars book. Now, I know this is a lot to handle. I hope you can forgive me someday. I don't expect that now, but just at some point later down the line. Um, but I was thinking, a little while back. I ordered this on like May 5th. Um, I was gonna make like a video on it, and I am making a video on it. And trust me, I went through the repercussions of reading a Star Wars book. Also, it's actually not just it's not really a book. It's a comic book. So I guess it is a book, but it's not very large in its graphics. But it's not a graphic novel. It's not very long. You can see here. It's like about that long. So what is it actually? The book, the comic. It is the Marvel Disney comic thing from a few years ago, a little while back, called Darth Maul, son of Dathomir. Here's the cover. You want to see that? Pretty neat. So I'm gonna do a kind of brief review of it. I don't know. I don't know how to review a book. How does PewDiePie do it? I don't know. I never watched those videos. Uh, I don't think they'd really help because this is not philosophical as you might expect. Um, but the book, it's pretty. What's it about? It's like in the Clone Wars, right? The show. Was it like season? Actually, it doesn't really matter the season because it's really weird timeline sort of thing. But you know how they like bring back Maul, right? And then uh, it's after his fight with like Sid. He like puts together like the crew of crime things, gangsters and such, and then Palpatine like messes him up, so he's kind of on the run, kind of something like that. So it starts off in like a prison, and then he gets busted out. Most of the book is kind of just him running around with his fellows, and that's kind of it. I mean, I'll talk about spoilers later, but in my actual opinion, genuinely, I mean, it's like pretty good. I do like it. I mean, I would never recommend it because you should never read comics if you ever want any dignity or respect. But I never had that to start with, so it's just okay. But I don't know, like the illustration is good and stuff. I'd say. I mean, I can actually show it off here. Like it's nice and cool looking. I just pull to this random panel here. This is Maul, who's in prison. He's escaping. Uh, but it's pretty. I like it. The illustration that is, it's definitely it looks good. I think it is. The story, it's pretty neat. You got a bunch of characters. You got Maul, of course. You got Dooku, Grievous, Sidious. The whole gang's here. All the Separatists. Even got some cameos, or not really cameos, but the other guys. You got like Obi-Wan here. You see that up in the top right, and some other Jedi. I think Mace Windu's in there. And it's just it's kind of a fun story. It's pretty neat. It it does some bold things. I'll say as much as yet. I mean, it like you got this some pretty cool things. Like you see Grievous here's like covered in blood. He killed some dudes. Like that's pretty cool. I don't think you're allowed to say Star Wars is cool, and I regret saying that myself. But what am I? It's too late now, man. I'm sorry. Um, but what do we? I don't know. The spoilers. It's kind of like, uh, in the Clone Wars, right? There's Mother Talzin or whatever, the lady, Darth Maul's mom, pretty much. So Palpatine just kind of wants to kill her. That's pretty much the main plot. It's not like I said, it's not very long. It's pretty simple. And then Darth Maul brings her back to life, and then she literally dies like 30 seconds later. Yeah, it's pretty neat looking. There's Grievous. You're welcome for showing that. But I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. It's kind of a neat it's quick, a brief read, fairly enjoyable. So I'm gonna give that three double whammies out of Two pickle ricks. Now that's funny if I've ever heard it. Uh, don't read books, kids. If you have a book, go down to your local religious gathering and burn it, because that's what God wants you to do. Okay, thank you for coming to this review. I'm really good at these. I don't script anything. I just wing it. First take only. Thinks you now you know that. So, yeah. I won't read books again. Don't worry about it. I don't think. I hope not. Don't want to corrupt my mind. And you shouldn't either. So you should like and subscribe. Yeah. See ya.